What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. And in this video, we're going to go over some new stimulus check information, also some information from the IRS. But first, if you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. This way, you won't miss out on second stimulus check, unemployment extension, and related news as it comes out. My wife and I do all the research for you guys every single day so we can bring you all the information in a quick, concise video. And don't forget to smash the like button for us down below. It really helps out our channel. Okay, with the skinny bill that was proposed by the Republicans that would have extended the unemployment benefits at $300 per week to the end of the year and had several other things in there, including money for small businesses and small business employees through the Paycheck Protection Program, and it didn't pass in the Senate. It had the majority vote, but not enough to prevent the filibuster being where you need 60 votes in the Senate to actually pass it to the House, and they didn't even get enough votes from any votes at all from Democrats, so they can't pass that bill. Here's what's going to happen next. Chuck Schumer, one of the lead Democrats, he's actually the Senate minority leader, the Democratic leader in the Senate, and also one of the two negotiators on the Democratic team, him along with Nancy Pelosi. He's actually looking very optimistic that the Republican bill failed, and here's what he says. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer was optimistic, saying that Republicans are under growing political pressure, aka the election coming up in about 50 days, to get a deal, and seeing signs the Trump administration is more open to compromise. He says if it's defeated, which it was, there's a decent chance they will come back to the table and we will get a better bill, Chuck Schumer told reporters on September 9th. That's what we're hoping for. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi also said on September 10th that the Senate vote doesn't mean the end of stimulus talks. No, she told reporters when asked the question. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, who is on the ballot in South Carolina, said he's not giving up on a relief package before the election. He said he's reached out to Democratic Senator Chris Coons of Delaware, who often works with Republicans on proposals, to see if they can gather a group of senators to propose a middle ground. This is the main thing that needs to happen. Well, there's two main things, but this is one of the ways to get a stimulus check and an unemployment extension and all those other good things in the package to get them passed, and that is to get an agreement. The problem with both the Republicans and the Democrats is they've been announcing these bills on their own. For example, the Democrats just announced their standalone bill, I don't know, a few weeks ago on the post office, and they passed it in the House, and the Republicans laughed at it. Well, the Republicans just did the same thing. They announced a bill, passed it in the Senate, and the Democrats just laughed at it. What they need to do, is it really this hard to figure this out? They need to negotiate on this ahead of time. And that's why I've been saying for weeks, the most important part of getting the stimulus check and the unemployment extension is the negotiations. They can't just announce a bill and just the Republicans do what they think the Democrats want, and the Democrats just pass a bill of everything that they want in the House and think that the Republicans are going to pass it. They should know this by now. They've been in Congress for years, okay? Some of them have been in there for 35 years. How do they not know this? They have to negotiate on it and agree on it ahead of time. They've actually passed 5 different stimulus bills. The first one included a check. That was your $1,200 checks and $500 check for dependents. It's very likely that if we see a second stimulus check, it will be the same amount, okay? And they've also passed money for small businesses and a second round where they extended that. And they've had 5 different stimulus packages that had different things in there: unemployment extension, and so on and so forth, okay? So all those bills they agreed on ahead of time, okay? And now they can't figure out what they need to do to pass another bill? What world do I live in? Like, what world what world do we live in? All they need to do is negotiate on it and agree on it ahead of time. So here's what will probably happen. If we see a check through agreements, The White House and President Trump has been, and you can tell from the things they've been saying and they're coming up on their package, is that they're more and more likely to agree to a higher figure as the election gets closer. I honestly think that if that happens, the Republicans are probably just going to agree on like $2 trillion, and the Democrats are at 2.2 trillion, and they're going to just probably say okay. So all the White House really needs to do is say, okay, we're willing to spend $2 trillion. Let's pass the bill. And I've had a lot of comments from you guys saying it's not like it's their money. It's not like it's money that comes out of the president's pocket or Nancy Pelosi's pocket. It comes from the government who prints their own currency. And they have already. I mean, they've already spent trillions of dollars for this pandemic. And honestly, we're not the only ones doing it. I mean, we've had so many comments from you guys saying that Canada's getting $2,000 per month, and all these other countries in the world, especially in Europe, have passed multiple rounds of stimulus, and they're still doing it. Okay, we just seen a stimulus package that was passed last week. And we probably will continue to see stuff like this until this pandemic is over. And now that school's starting, and we're seeing cases like schools in Atlanta that have almost 1,200 new students with the virus, like the University of Alabama that has more than 1,000 new students with the virus from just one school. And also, Michigan College is also passing over 1,000 new cases in Michigan. It seems like reopening schools is going to accelerate the virus with all these students just being in a classroom. And the problem is if one person has it, even if they're wearing a mask, and the problem is if just one student has it, even if they're wearing a mask, they're sitting inside a room where the air is just being recirculated and recirculated, and it can spread through your breath. So that's the reason we're seeing, cases like this where one student goes to school and the entire class ends up with the virus. In fact, let me know down below in the comments, is your school area seeing a spike in cases or not? Are you seeing just everybody's going back to school and it's as normal? I know that our school district, our son Julian, is only 2 years old at this point and isn't in school yet. But our school district has cases right now in the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school of new virus cases. And it's very scary. I would be very scared to send Julian to school right now, um, with the virus actually being in the elementary schools and stuff. It's very scary. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments if this worries you as a parent or not. Also, the IRS has some important information for people that haven't received their stimulus check yet. The IRS announced earlier this week that it would start sending letters around September 24th to around 9 million people who did not file tax returns for 2019 or 2018, typically because they have very low incomes and they don't need to file a tax return. Top officials are saying that they should send those letters now rather than towards the end of the month. What you need to do if you're one of these 9 million people is go to the website irs.gov/EIP, and it takes you to this page, and you enter your payment information here into the non-filers payment tool. This will also help people for the second time around, and this first tool here, in certain situations, will be able to give them your bank account information to receive your payment via direct deposit. You might be able to update your information on that for direct deposit for the second stimulus check when it comes out. So don't forget to hit the like button for us down below and subscribe if you haven't yet. It's completely free. This way you won't miss out on new stimulus check, unemployment information, and related news as it comes out. And you can click on these videos to watch my newest stimulus check videos next. And this video teaches you how to start a business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, and I will see you in the next video.